Hi there, thanks for checking out our channel, and hopefully you'll like this video. Before we get too far along with this, if you'd like to subscribe to our channel, we'd appreciate it. If you like the video and what we talk about, hit the thumbs up button. And we got a whole bunch of other videos on our channel about electric fence units, how to fix some of them, how to test them, just random things, or show some that we've worked on after we've done fixed them. But this is just going to be a quick little overview of this unit. This is a kind of how to test it and how it works and things like that. We've already done fixed it because this one took a little bit of time to go through and work on and get going again. So I didn't want to waste a bunch of time on a video how to do this one, especially when it took longer than normal on one like this, because this unit is a Gallagher. It's hard to see, the label's done wore off, but it's a Gallagher unit, a B600. It's a 12 volt unit that was sent to us from a customer. They don't make this model anymore. This got phased out and was replaced with the B700 probably back in 2009 or 10, I would say, maybe 2012 at the latest, maybe probably 2010, give or take a year. This would be my guess. So they were around for a long time. They started making this unit, selling it here in the States anyways, back in late 80s. They had another variation unit. It was called a super battery, or SB2 or SB1. It was a blue cased unit. Looked just like this. It was a bluish colored case, and it said SB1 or 2 or super battery 1 or 2. I don't remember. I've only seen one of those that style once in my life, so I don't see that variation. But I've seen a couple of these here and there come through. Pretty reliable unit, real well built. They seem to run a long time before anything ever really happens to them. This particular one, I'm not exactly how old it is, because it is the serial number on here is a pretty early one, and it's prior to their date code that Gallagher started using back in 1998, 1999, somewhere in that range. So this is pre that. So it's at least in early mid 90s, maybe late 80s, I'm not sure. But anyways, this unit is a 6-door joule unit. This has an on-off switch on there, so you can turn it on and off at the box. It also has a high, medium, low switch on there. The middle is high, down is low, and up is medium. That's just the power output of the thing. It also has a fence and ground knobs on in the front. Looks like the half power or reduced power bolt has been pulled out of it and is no longer there. But most people never use that reduced power anyways. A lot of people just put it on full power and hook it to the fence and let it go, because once you get it on there, you want as much power on the fence typically as you want, especially if you get some grass on there, if you got a bunch of animals that are stubborn or getting in an area or getting out of an area that you don't want them to get in or out of. So a lot of people never use that half power setting here on this middle terminal. So we'll dive into this thing. So I'm just gonna had to replace some clamps on it because they're pretty rusty. The clamps that they had on there, this is what some of them looked like. They were just pretty rusty. They weren't allowing any current to come through. They've been on there for a long time. You can see there was a lot of rust on them. So, and these are a couple of other ones that were on there. They were pretty crappy condition. They were just out in the weather for a long time, and the copper rust and tarnishes and corrodes and everything else. So they were just bad connections and stuff. So no current was able to get through them. So that was one of the problems with it. That's the first thing I did is change those things out, because I was like, man, I'm not going to start from scratch with them things and not be able to get anything to happen. Once we got those replaced, then we could go in and start testing the board, testing capacitor, repairing some of the parts and pieces that were bad in it. So we will go ahead, and I've already got hooked up to a power supply. I'm just going to hook up my tester to it and show you how it works. And this is kind of a neat unit because it makes this high-pitched screeching noise out of it. It's kind of shaped like a Gallagher M800 or a Gallagher M1500. I mean, Gallagher still makes a unit similar to this in style and the way it looks. They make a B600. It's got a black case instead of a yellow case, but it has identical layout and how it looks and how it runs and the switches and all that stuff. So let me power it up here. Flip the switch on. A little green light that comes on here. As you can see, it puts out, it's hitting about 9,000 volts, and it's on high power right now on the switch. I'm going to push it up on this one, which goes to medium. So you can see it doesn't climb quite as high. And now I'm going to push it all the way down to the very bottom on the switch, which is low. You can see you lose about 1,000 volts per setting on this one, roughly. That doesn't mean what also happens, it reduces the power coming out of the terminals, doesn't charge up as much. There's some electronics that help with that, along with the switch telling it where to go on the circuit board. But let me, the thing I want to do is I want to show you it arcing. I'm going to I'm going to use a screwdriver or something that you can see the spark better than what I was thinking of. I'm going to clamp that on like this. This is the hot side, and then I'm going to just get it really close to that, and hopefully it'll show up in the camera well enough. I'm going to start off on full power or high power, which is in the middle on the switch. Turn it on. I don't have my meter hooked up because it was hooked up to these wires, but it's on full power right now. So it's pretty good. Nice little jolt to it. Now I'll flip it to medium power, medium setting on the switch. You can hear it doesn't wind up as high on the little winding up noise it makes. And I got to get the screwdriver a little bit closer for it to shoot that spark, but it does still shoot a nice healthy spark. And we'll flip it down to, now we're on low power, so now it doesn't wind up near as much. Can't really see it spark. Let me turn it off here for a second. Let me get another screwdriver. Maybe I can do this. Let's go to full power again, or high power. Alright, let's go to medium. Now we'll go to low power. So there's that. Now one thing it does do, which is kind of nice, it has these two lights on the front. It has a Energizer OK light, just tell you, hey, the power's on. It has this light here that flashes with every pulse. That's your fence OK light. Now it takes about 3,000 to 3,500 volts to make that light flash. So as long as you're hooked up to the fence and ground and you've got over that amount on the fence, then that light should flash. Now if your unit gets dogged down below 3,000 volts on the fence, that light will go out telling you, hey, you got a problem. So we'll simulate that by, I'm just going to, these two leads, I'm just going to short them together. So this is a dead short, and you'll watch, it'll still click, but that red light's going to go out. See, the red light goes out. As soon as you fix your problem, it goes right back on. So that's a nice little feature that this unit has, and it'll do it on, I'll flip it to high power, so it'll still do it on high power when you short it out. It still tries to pull. I saw a little spark jump from my screwdrivers, even though it was dogged down hard. But that's what's nice about this one. You can see from a distance, hey, if my light's flashing, things should be working fine on the fence. If for some reason it flashes sometimes and sometimes it doesn't, then you might be right on the verge of that threshold of where it has enough power to make the light flash versus not. If you're unsure if the problem's in the unit or the problem's in my fence, turn it off. Undo your knobs down here at the bottom, you're hot in the ground. Pull the knobs off, or pull the wires off the knobs, flip it back on, the light goes back to flashing every single time. Then, okay, you know, this unit's probably fine, your problem's in the fence. Something dogging it down. But this is a pretty well built unit. I mean, even the new Gallagher B600 is a really well built unit. It's an old school style unit as well that Gallagher makes. Uses the old style technology that Gallagher used in this generation, so that was a tried and true, real well built, thought out unit and a generation of electric fence units. That's what I think this generation from the 80s to the 90s and early 2000s was what put Gallagher on the map. That generation of charger was just really well built unit. So if you get your hands on an old Gallagher from like the 80s and the 90s, I mean, grab them, because those are really well built units. I mean, there's units that are out now are just as well built. A little more money nowadays, but they're well built. You know, you kind of get what you pay for. You buy a cheaper one. You know, you save your money up front, but then you end up spending more on repairs, longevity wise. I mean, this unit itself is 25 plus years old, and still running fine. It has a new capacitor in it. That was one of the original parts in it, so you know, $40 capacitor had to be replaced in the thing. You know, but to buy a new B700 Gallagher, you know, you're $500 or more in one of them things. But hopefully you like this video. You got any questions, give us a holler. You can write questions down in the comments area down below, or you can you know, get a hold of us at our website, which is fencerfixer.com. That's spelled with F as in Frank, both Fencer and Fixer. We repair and test and all this stuff on all brands of these things, whether they're 60 plus years old or just made a couple of days ago. We work on everything. Then we give you a free quote. We don't charge you anything for looking at them. So you have a little freight to get them here, but we won't charge you a penny for trying. And if we do fix something, we put a 1.5 year warranty on the repairs that we do. That's lightning damage is included as part of our warranty that we do on repairs. If you buy parts from us, which we do sell parts from time to time for people to do the repair themselves, and we will help you troubleshoot via email or over the phone and do the best we can that way. And if you didn't figure out what part you need, or you know what part you need, we'll help you out with the parts, and we'll send them directly to you, and you can do the repair yourself and save yourself some time and money on that. But we do pass the same warranty on to you. We do pass a 1.5 year warranty to you when you do the repair yourself. So I think most companies, when they sell parts or do the repairs themselves at the factory level or at the store level, they don't give that kind of warranty. They only give, you know, 30 days, 6 months at most, 90 days on stuff. We'll give you maybe a year. Some places might give you a year, I don't know. But we'll give you a full 1.5 years on the repairs and the parts that you buy from us if you do the repair yourself. So hopefully that'll help you when deciding who you want to either get parts from or who you want to send a repair to. You know, we don't try to take take any food off somebody else's table. If they wanted to, you know, sell you the part to do the repair for you, I mean, we'll help them out. If they're missing a part and need something, have them give us a call. We're all in the same business together. It's like a little brotherhood of repair guys out there. So, you know, I've helped a lot of other repair places out with parts and stuff. We all talk to one another, so we're not all strangers to one another. So I'm not here to, you know, badmouth anybody. So if somebody else out there does repairs and wants help, I'm here to help you. So I'm just like anybody else. I'm just a Joe Schmo that's working on this stuff. So I'm not anybody special. So anytime you need help, That's what we're here for. You need repairs, troubleshooting, parts, help, whatever, give us a holler. So that's our name, and that's where we're located. So until we do another video, we will see you guys later.